I've got a little workspace prepared here. It's just a standard CRM workspace populated with leads, accounts, contacts, and so forth. Right. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to build a real AI agent for one of the most universal pain points in sale, which is inbound leads arrive as messy, unstructured text, and a human has to read every single one of them, decide if it's worth chasing, check if we already know the company, and figure out who should own it, right? So let's get back into Claude, and I'm going to paste a prompt in here, which I'll walk you through. So first, I'm going to just make sure that it's connected to this workspace, which it should be because we established that connection earlier. There we go. So it's going to list it out. Perfect. And so now I'm going to paste out this prompt for the agent. And while it's busy building it, I'm going to explain to you exactly what it does, right? So you'll see as it starts running that it's going to start querying my different boards before touching anything. And that's where the MCP comes in, right? This is what's happening. Cool. So this agent, I wanted to do 5 different things, right? So first, it's going to read the raw message and score it from 0 to 100, right? It's got to score this lead. So it's not just tagging a lead as either good or bad. It gives every rep the same consistent scoring, right? So it doesn't depend on who read it. It's always objective based on my criteria. Second is going to check whether we already know this company, right? So this is the clever part. It's going to go look in the accounts board and it's going to match on meaning, not spelling. So if if the account has got a spelling mistake or there's, different spacing, instead of creating a brand new account, it's going to know that it needs to match an existing one. Right, so third, if it finds a match, it's going to look at who already owns this account and what deals are open, and then it's going to send that lead straight to that person, right? Because the last thing you want is a brand new rep cold calling an existing client. If it's a genuinely new company, it'll just check on who on the team has the lightest load and assign it to them. So you always know that it's, that is going to be assigned to the person with the right amount of capacity. Fourth is going to draft an email suggestion that you can send to your client. And then it's going to post all of that in the updates, right? And so it should be building out now. And I'm going to get back into Monday and show you exactly how that is all configured, right? So this is all built out. You can see this is all built out using the skill. You can see that it's populated the different steps and the prompts automatically. It's already assigned the knowledge and access. So in this case, it needs to be able to update statuses and write updates on the leads board. So it's a full owner of that. Whereas for all the other ones, it just needs to pull in some information. And this also ensures that nothing gets moved around in your deals or in your contacts. And then lastly, you can configure agents with skills. And so Monday has a few pre-baked skills, which you can see here. But you can see that our agent actually created its own skill here, and that is for the triage and qualification rubric. So let's see concretely how that works. We're going to go in here. We're going to go to our lead board. And before I go through this, you can see that also 2 triggers have been configured, right? So one of them is when an item is created, which just means whenever a new lead comes in, whether that's through a website, through a form, et cetera, et cetera. And then I've also configured a button through which you can trigger it manually, and which will be helpful for our purposes, right? So let's trigger it on one of these leads, and then you'll see that the agent should start running. There you go. Anthony is thinking, right? And if you want to see exactly what it's doing, you're able to go directly in here and you can see that it's busy processing, right? So it's scanning all the right rubric, reading its prompt, and you can see that it's going to start analyzing this lead, right? There you go. Now it's cross-checking for the accounts, for the deals. It's going to find out whether there is any existing account or deals. There we go. And when it's done, it should update it and post an update to our lead. So if we go and check it out now, you'll see that an update has been posted. So you can see this lead's been qualified. It's going to tell you why it's qualified. It knows that there's already an account, right? And based on the email address, it matched it to Castro Logistics, which is already in our database. It's recommended Ruan for the deal. So Ruan, you know what you have to do.
Gotcha.
And then we've got this first touch email, right? And this is really useful because it's going to gather all of the information, right? So instead of, having a generic email going out to your clients, you can see that it's going to give them some more personalized information, right? So it's going to pull up some of their previous projects that we're currently working on, give them an update on that, and then propose a call, right? And there you go. And so all of this is built entirely using Claude Code. So much more can be built using that. It's just a really good use case, but Claude Code can, at this point, build AI columns. It can build sequences. It can even build workflows, automations, board views, you name it, it can do it. The most important is that you're as specific as possible when you're asking it to build something. And actually, probably a quick tip I would give you is to go into plan mode on Claude before you build something, just to make sure that you have a structured plan that can be validated.